Good evening, everyone. It is I, your favorite washed up streamer, Alyssciel. Yes, I'm not streaming Canto 9 tonight. Um, because everyone else is doing that, and I don't think I'll be able to compete with them. So I will stream Arknights tonight. We're gonna start with the new story. The new story for Arknights. It's gonna be the chapter 12. So it's gonna be really funny. We're gonna do Arknights tonight. Yeah, it is what it is if no one's there, but I'm okay. I'll be yeah. I kind of want to just do it for my own personal like my own personal sense of progress as well. So I'll just like do like Arknights. So, regardless either way. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I don't even know if people are gonna be here, but it is what it is. I will continue regardless. So, don't you guys worry about it. I'm just waiting for like some people to arrive. If there are no people arriving by probably like I don't know, like in a few minutes, I'd still start either way, and then I'll just try to like catch up with whichever with whichever's gonna pop up. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Hello, Ultranium. Welcome. Oh my god, Ultranium, you're like the only person here, I think. But yeah, welcome. I hope you're doing okay right now. Tomorrow Hoshiguma altar event, I can't wait. As much as I wanna go for the Hoshiguma event tomorrow, I'm gonna have to like go for Limbus Canto 9. So, but yeah, I wanna get my Hoshiguma altar as well. Can I get a Hoshiguma altar? Do you think I can do that? Why thumbnail become normal one, not the art one? I don't know. I kind of want to just alternate them in a way. I just want to alternate between the normal one and huh? Yeah, I just want to alternate between them. That's why. Yeah, just for the variety. But yeah, we're just doing. We're gonna do Arknights. We're gonna do Arknights regardless of whether there's people or not. We're gonna start with chapter 12. We're gonna have a very funny time. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna switch to gaming so that we can get started. Yeah. So, we had power outage today. Power outage today. I think we only have like 19 hours for this one. Honestly, I'm just gonna finish all of these in off stream. I'll just do that off stream so that I can get all of the medals and more rewards actually. So but we're gonna start with chapter 12. We'll start with chapter 12. Is this the finale? Is this the finale for the Victorian arc? Ugh. Oh yeah. That is pretty cool. Hey, it's Ines. Hey, that's cool. Nice. Oh, she has been there all this time? Pretty cool. Alright, time to read. The soldier seems to like the hot wind blowing on the deck. It reminds him of the warmth of the fire when cooking supper back home. New red wheat seeds, a burden beast saddle. Mill operation unit looking for previously owned. Spine massager, may need mail order. Two woolen coats, Swinton's tailor shop. Dad's needs its hems trimmed short. The romance of eyes crossed out, I said I forgot. Grab some cheap candy to tide the kids over. Ask George if he can borrow his medal. Pierce. Yes, Captain. I heard your leave was approved. Yes, I suppose it went rather well. It's all thanks to. It's all thanks to that baby face of yours, lad. The brass occasionally want to put up a facade of caring about their subordinates. They call it good branding. Haha, I guess the brass happened to be in a good mood. The mill back home stopped working and the old carpenter there broke his leg again, so my mother asked me home to help out. 10 days of leave minus 8 days on the road. A day and a half is more than enough for me to deal with that rickety antique. I left an extra half day open just in case my dad needs help tilling the other part of the field. Alright, I should pick up another dozen work gloves. The ones back home are past their prime. Is this a shopping list? That's right, Captain. So nothing is missing. I don't know when I'm going to get time off again. Hopefully you've earned yourself a real medal or two by then. Of course, all for Victoria. That's the kind of ambition I want to see, lad. I once knew a bloke named Todd. He and I fought against those spirecasters out on the frontier, and he earned himself a good solid medal. What a beautiful thing that was, glittering as it hung on his chest. It shone so brightly nobody could take their eyes off it. Our beloved Duke Windermere personally awarded him the medal, which is the highest of honors for any soldier. But at the celebration banquet later on, old Todd had a bitter look on his face. Can you guess why? I guess he wasn't satisfied with the merits he earned? No, it's much more worse than that. He couldn't lift his mug to take a swig of beer. His hands got replaced with a pair of wooden prosthetics. Ha! The veteran officer grins, showing a mouthful of yellow teeth. The young soldier laughs dryly. He knows this is one of the officer's many poor jokes. The wind is so strong on the deck that the soldier has to hold on to the brim of his hat, letting out a loud yet harmless sneeze. No matter the season or weather, standing on the deck of a prancing high-speed battleship always makes one want to wrap himself on his coat. The younger soldier thinks to himself, Wells is in charge today. How many cans of rations did the pudgy, bald man swipe? But the creamy vegetable chowder he makes is without equal, and if fortune is on his side, that old bastard might even throw a healthy serving of foul beast into the soup. He figures that he should leave after the sunset and he finishes dinner. The mobile fortress they're stationed in is already reached Londinium's vicinity. When the weather is clear, they can even see the pinnacle of the Shard on the horizon. After returning to the station, he'd board the logistics squad's transport vehicle and head to the nearest town first, where he'd be able to drink or two at the tavern. The story, aware. No, I have not played it, John Starbuck. I have not played it, Starbuck. Yeah, like I said, I'm gonna be streaming it tomorrow, so don't expect anything until tomorrow. So yeah. Because I'm pretty sure everyone else, all of the major content creators in Limbus will just be like, you know, playing Limbus today, and a lot of people are just gonna, yeah. And there's gonna be like a lot of people who's just gonna be playing it today as well. So there's kind of no use for me to like stream Limbus today. So I'm just gonna be streaming like Arknights, and I'll just read, and even if there's you're missing Rodion making Gregor pregnant, to be honest. I'm gonna ban you now. Sorry, I'm gonna ban you now. I'll ban you. Sorry. You spoiled it to me. Okay, yeah. Sorry. So you have to go. I'm gonna put you on timeout. Nah, I kid. I already have like less viewers as it is. I'm not gonna ban you. After returning to the station, he'd board the logistics squad's transport vehicle and head to the nearest town first, where he'd be able to have a drink or two at the tavern. In the early morning, there'd be cobblers heading into town to sell their wares. 2 boxes of tobacco would let them hitch a ride. The young soldier recalls those barns from back home, always filled with the fermented smell of composted straw. Even now, the smell occasionally wafts to him in his dreams, making him want to pinch his nose, but at the same time, it represents a connection with his hometown. If it only occurs occasionally, then so be it. He furrows his brows quietly, deciding not to continue deluding himself with these sentiments. Even if it's only occasional, he doesn't want to experience that stench again. He must admit, that is always the biggest impediment every time he returns home. Fog's rising again. I'll never get used to Londinium's bloody weather. Wasn't much better when we were stationed at Lathanion's outskirts, but at least you could enjoy a little sunshine in the afternoon. Seeing 2 viewers, yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Honestly, I'm pushing chapter 12 because I just want to like progress in Arknight's story already. And if there's not a lot of people that wants to see me do that because they're like busy with their own stuff, then so be it. It is what it is. I'll just yeah. I guess it's just one of those days, I guess. Because I don't know. I've experienced something similar like this when I streamed Baldur's Gate 3. When I streamed Baldur's Gate 3, oh my god, the views are just so fucked up. Yeah. Like, it's just, I don't know. Like, I won't even get like 50 views from the video, but, it's fine. Go. Tell the captain. We can't see a thing in this weather observation outpost. Something's interfering with the radar too. We should head back. Castor's forces are obediently maintaining formation. Gododin moved his men further back. Other than a few familiar faces in the forward team, Old Wellington's main force still hasn't showed up. Other than our dear Duke Windermere, the remaining 7 dukes are watching from the sidelines. The patrol's over. Sir, that's sarcasm. None of our business. The brass always have their own agenda. But I heard that Londinium's Here's, I've been a soldier for over a decade. After drinking and playing cards, the most important thing I've picked up from being in the army is those rumors you hear are always bunkum and balderdash. Never pay any heed to them. The officers in the back have their eyes on the map and will take care of everything. Ours is but to do and die. Isn't it our duty to defend Victoria? Only they can decide what Victoria is, boy. Our job is simply to follow orders. Go and head back. Our day of peace is over. I ought to treat myself to a hot shower. This damned fog is making my bones ache. Maybe things have been too stressful these days. The young soldier begins to thank himself for taking some time off to unwind. The battlefield always puts people on edge, even more so when you don't know where the when or where war will break out, or who you can trust. He thinks to himself it's a bit clammy. He lifts his hand to undo the first button of his shirt, seeing as how his dear officer had just declared the end of the armistice. A little disregard for protocol shouldn't matter. He thinks of the fireplace back home. A few years ago, he came home wearing a brand new military outfit, willing to undo even a single button despite sweating profusely from the heat of the earth. For that, the young lass Shirley laughed at him for quite some time. You're not playing Canto 9 today? Yeah, I'm not playing Canto 9 today because everyone else is doing that. Like I said, I'm gonna play it tomorrow. I'll play it tomorrow. Okay? I'll play it tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it in one sitting, you know? I'll probably do it in like one sitting. I'll have like an 8-hour stream. I don't care. But I'm not doing it today because like, people, the all of the major all of the major people are playing it. Camu is still streaming. The other people are still streaming. Everyone else is streaming. I learned from last time when I streamed part 2. The young soldier curls at the corner of his lips. Heh, that's why I didn't bring your sappy romance novel. Payback. Whoa, shit! Well, that guy ain't coming back home. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I didn't really care. I knew it was gonna happen. I honestly, yeah. I still have, I know. I know immediately that there was gonna be like a problem. You know what I mean? I already knew, so I'm like, yeah. Main cannon output is normal. Confirming target destroyed. Good. Begin preparations for the next phase. The Dukes will react soon. Your Highness. Your Highness! A new phase? Yes, Your Highness. I was just promoted from the mercenary unit by the General. It is the greatest honor. You've always been my... It's an honor to make your acquaintance as well. What is your name? My name is... I don't have a formal name. They just call me Elbow. Damn, I should have picked a name from a book. Elbow. Why that name? It's nothing, I just got burnt when I was drinking soup. I mean, it's a stupid story, hardly worth your attention, Your Highness. You must have been holding your ball too high. No, it was Plug. That bastard ran into me. The next time I see him, I swear. Your Highness. Oh, I'm sorry, General. Your Highness. You may leave. It seems you still have a lot of work to do. I heard they're serving creamy vegetable chowder at the airship garrison tonight. Don't miss supper time. Thank you, Your Highness, Teresa. YouTuber like me? Like an unemployed person? Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm unemployed. Why do you think I'm doing YouTube, huh? Okay. When each battle ends, the Sarkas have a home to return to. We'll be able to return to Kazdel soon, right? Of course. I prefer to be with them rather than with the aristocrats of the royal court. Each and every moment, the collective souls of the Sarkas force me to my knees, immersing me in our long and painful history. But they, these newly grown children, give me a tangible sense of the future. And what should we do with this future? Consign it to another round of war sweeping across the land. I'm Skylar White, yo. When scorched earth spreads as far as the eye can see, will these new seedlings sprout as we hope? Hope is as weighty as ever, Manfred. Your Highness. In accordance with the Military Commission's plans, a section of Londinium has been detached. As of now, it has arrived at the designated location, part between the main city and the Duke's encirclement. It will become the cornerstone and launchpad of our next offensive, and this airship will also temporarily dock there. The Duke of Windermere should soon receive news that her high-speed battleship has been destroyed, but she also cannot ignore the threat this airship poses, which in turn will help the Naxxra's King's front develop. In accordance with the Regent's instructions, we must next take a look outside, General. Manfred turns to look out the window. He is forced to admit that the carefully planned flames burning before his eyes are not as exhilarating as he had imagined. The firelight is blinding. Our war has finally broken out. According to the Military Commission's projections, the Dukes will cautiously proceed with military operations within 16 hours. We have already made our preparations. No, the war never ended. It is not only ranks ripping through other ranks that is worthy of the name of war. Those eyes lurking behind the curtains, those curses whispered in the dead of night, those suppressed cries are all war. Those compatriots who perished alone in the barrens, those robes dragged across the ground during the black processions, those Casdell bricks and tiles sealed away in a collector's glass display case are also all war. War has always been a part of us. We simply pushed it for all to see once again. Even if the flames of war were ignited in Victoria, Casdell has always been a part of the battlefield. I've already made many plans with the General about this. No, Manfred, that is not what I was asking. Hello, Sinclair! Oh my god, Sinclair of the Thumb. Hi. What are you doing here? Where's your lay salt? Where's your lay salt, huh? I'm okay. I survived Canto 8 Part 2. Canto 8 Part 2, I think that stream took like 7 hours for me. You know, that got me into a fight as well with my girlfriend. So yeah. I simply observed that beneath our feet, the shadow of this airship covers all indiscriminately. Put an end to it, General. If this ultimately is proven to be the only way for the Sarkaz, then drown tears with tears and bury suffering with suffering. This is the only way. I will carry out your will, Your Highness. I'm at Dad Quixote. What are you like doing, Canto 7? I don't know how to beat him. Use Dawn to tank. Use Dawn to tank. Because Dawn is immortal. Yeah. You see that? No mistake about it. Looks like it came straight out of a storybook. The harbinger of destruction, the prophet of turmoil, nightmare given form. So, you ever see that gloom pincer as big as a mountain, lugging along its chest of perfume? Yep, just like the red-nosed Humbert talked about. Nine said before, you're in no condition to be drinking. Only had a sip, I don't have much time left. Leave me with my last bit of hope. Still remember that night on the snowfield, right? Everyone was freezing to death and red-nosed Humbert told us about a strange legend from his village. Sorry, I signed on in Victoria. Oh really? I thought... Yeah, red-nosed Humbert died back in Ursus. He was a good guy, took at least 4 of those patrol unit bastards with him. Damn it, you would have appreciated him and his stories. Gotta pour one out for him. You're drunk again, Romanik. How many times do I have to tell you? Hand over the flagon. Ma'am, I don't have much longer to live. Come on. Still got a long life ahead of you, if you listen to the doctor. I hate doctors. They're all liars, all of them. I need these fluids. They let me see. He's asleep again. Toss him a blanket. You can't be too far from Londinium now. Yeah, if we're lucky, we'll be able to see those city walls in just over a week. It'd be faster if we could fix that piece of junk car. Don't see catastrophes too often around Londinium, but given the current situation, it's virtually impossible not to bump into any of the Duke's troops. None of them are gonna welcome us. Then throw the sarcasm on top. Need to be even more cautious during our subsequent operations. We need to find our trapped people, whether they still think there are people or not. Getting everyone back together is difficult, but we still feel the same pain and share the same sorrow. Those feelings never stop chasing us, and they force us to keep moving forward. I'm not saying that just to cope, but this is the only thing we can do with full peace of mind. Let those infected on the verge of despair know that they still have comrades out there, and that their lives aren't disposable. Stay where you belong. Rock cancer, let's go. Yeah. And then when you go to the ocean, it's basically the fish just wants to eat you alive. Hello, Huolheak. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Also, hello, Sancho. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we're just doing this because everyone else is either playing Kanto 8 or they're like doing or they're like watching some other more famous streamers play Kanto 8. So yeah. Slay the ocean. Oh. Hello, greatest car pickup. I need to do the Ara redeem. God damn it. Is clone technology legal in Arknights? No, it's not. I don't think so. Ara. Anyway, yeah. Tallulah. 9. I'm just getting a breath of fresh air. Fine, I have my eye on you. Flames are burning out there in the distance. They've been burning for some time now. Hopefully it's just a patch of wood struck by lightning. What was the game? Which game? I don't think I've seen a clone technology in Arknights at all, actually. I knew Sinclair is here, yeah, because he was here a while ago. I think he's I think he is just escaping from Laysalt. Our squad will cross over. Lightning, huh? So you were making stew back at the camp. I was just helping out the cook. She still had 2 baskets of potatoes to get through. I gave it a taste. Wasn't too bad. Alina, an old friend of mine, once taught me a few things. I thought I had forgotten it all. If you're still willing to play a part before facing justice, I won't stop you. Hightail. Oh. Are they really? I have no idea. Sorry, I'm not very aware of the other things that people play. Sorry. But you'd best remember who you are, Tallulah. We'll be watching you. All of us. I know. Start packing up. It's time to go. Meanwhile, I know Sinclair knew I turned Heathcliff into a blood fiend. Where is this canon going from? Yeah, fair. Didn't Hyuker have like a vintage story thing? Huh? I fell asleep. Damn it. Come on, Nine, take pity on this old man and let me have another sip. Otherwise I'm as good as dead today. Did you see that? The edge of the sky's blood red. Red-nosed Humbert said. Said that a good omen. Good omen, I tell you. Said that was the other shore? Victory? I don't exactly remember. Maybe it means tomorrow will be a good day, my friends. Did another storm hit Luzon? I don't think so. It's very early. I don't think it's still, it's still, you know. Your internet here is crap. Well, isn't it just crap everywhere? You know what I mean? For this special operation in Norpart, we'll start with limited initial deployment resources. Oh, it's these motherfuckers. Ah, fuck. Fortunately, victorious citizens will come to our aid and replenish our deployment resources once they enter our protection zone. However, there are spies hidden among them. Among Us! Our operators will begin to identify any unidentified civilians once they enter their attack range or become blocked. After some time has passed, we will be able to ascertain whether they are spies. Yeah, this guy's cool. Legitimate civilians will no longer be blocked once their identity has been confirmed. Keep in mind that only identified civilians will replenish our deployment resources once they enter our protection zone. Hey, this guy looks kinda sus. Is he a spy? You can often tell a spy from a civilian by subtle differences in their behavior. Oh my god, guys, he's Among Us. Among Us. Look, we've detected signs that this one's a spy. Kill him! Kill him right now! Suspicious individuals reveal their true colors a little while after they've been identified. Stop the spies. Oh my god, they're so sus. They're like the imposter from Among Us. Oh my god, this one too. Papers, please.
Mission accomplished.
Imagine if you failed this tutorial. Well, finally, guys, we're actually gonna play a game. Amazing. Oh, wait. I haven't... Yeah. Yes, I finally got Exushiai's, module. Finally. We've confirmed that a high-speed warship belonging to the Duke of Windermere was attacked by an unknown Sarkas weapon. There were no survivors. Our preliminary conclusion is that the weapon in question is indeed the structure that briefly appeared in the skies over Londinium. Based on frontline evaluation from the remote observation team, the weapon's powerful mid-air suspension abilities and the efficiency of its Originium Arch generator deserve due caution. It is impossible to evaluate the Sarkaz's technological base for manufacturing large-scale, armed aerial vehicles given the information we currently have. We are in the process of gathering more intel. However, until it has been proven that the Sarkaz possess the technological means to mass-produce such weapons, we would recommend against categorizing this target at the highest threat level for the time being, as countermeasures have already been deployed. It should also be noted that Norport Borough, Londinium's old logistics district, was separated from the main body of Londinium City yesterday. The plate is now docked by itself between the city and the Londinium peripheral front formed by the various dukes. Hello, Darkstar. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we are doing chapter 12 right now. Ew, London. Damn, what do you have against British? We have reason to suspect that the Sarkaz are trying to convert this plate into a forward operating base, using it to support their slate of large-scale military operations in the foreseeable future. It will likely also be used as a temporary stop for that large-scale Sarkaz weapon. The current commander of the Londinium Defense Forces, Lieutenant Colonel Leto, has issued a statement claiming that Norport was accidentally separated from Londinium's main body due to technical reasons. A large number of Londinium citizens still remain on the plate, and the defense forces are preparing to launch a rescue plan for these citizens. That's Rowan Atkinson. You need to know the name. You need to know Rowan Atkinson's name. The remote observation team has provided several photos taken on the scene. At the moment, we are not planning any large-scale operations against this plate. However, intelligence personnel believe that a series of irregular staffing transfers between the Duke of Windermere's mobile fortress and the ironclad Galavay over the last 8 hours is likely related to the situation in Norport. Several analysts have pointed out that the Duke of Windermere's military claims to this plate are more radical than we previously anticipated, and the specific reasons behind this warrant a more in-depth investigation. We are monitoring the other Duke's attitudes and subsequent actions in response to this Sarkaz attack, and will be submitting routine analysis reports at shorter intervals, awaiting further instructions. Okay, he's still alive, don't worry about it. Technical reasons. How unsophisticated. But it gets the job done. They know full well that we all care greatly about our own reputations, especially in the face of Victoria's coming future. So they also decided to throw out a bit of bait. A flying fortress, huh? It pains me to say this, but as long as they're holding Norport Borough at gunpoint, things are going to get messy. Now even Wellington doesn't have the nerve to rush over with his high-speed warship, rain fire down upon the old logistics area, and snatch away his new toy. But he won't be able to resist the temptation. Affirmative. The Duke of Wellington's troops have sped up their advance. We suspect he's already gained intel on the airship. This massive airship is indeed beyond our calculations, and it has thus the potential to reshape future wars. But as the intelligence says, we're far from the good point of things spiraling out of control. According to our estimates, even if the Sarkaz had a secret channel for transporting supplies, they wouldn't have had the time or resources to build multiple airships. Those damn devils can hardly bring out the value of this technology, but perhaps we can. That's right. Naturally, this is extremely important to me. Even if I don't give the order, I expect that you'll bring it to me. However, our gaze ought to be cast wider than just a singular piece of technology. What really worries me is we've let the Sarkaz run amok in the Shard for far too long. Even the most dim-witted fools will eventually figure out what lies behind those buttons and levers. Allerdale, I don't blame her. She was never ambitious enough. That was her strong suit and I allowed her to keep it. But it doesn't look like there's any way to make use of our Stone of the Sword. Rest assured, the dukes who supported you, along with their vassals, are still resolutely on your side. I promised them peace and safety, and I will deliver. Forever honor one's commitments. That has always been the motto of House Caster since ancient times. Trilby Asher is already being dealt with. Naturally, they always have a way. Then, Your Grace, about the citizens of Norport. Lieutenant Colonel Leto said that he was preparing a rescue plan. You won't go wrong putting your trust in that Gaulish commander. I've met him before. He's an interesting man. The Sarkas have never publicly claimed to occupy Londinium, as it has nominally been under the control of the defense forces. And this lieutenant colonel has managed to survive in his position for 4 years without getting caught up in any major trouble either. We all know what those devils are like, so that fact alone is respectable enough. Who knows, maybe he's more keen on becoming a savior than we are. See what you're saying? Getting the right people into the right positions and turning valued friends into truly loyal partners is harder than we initially expected. Old Wellington knows what I want and I know what he wants. Though we've never talked about these things openly, we naturally help each other, all while keeping an extra knife sharpened for one another. Poor thing. Windermean's been playing with the Lathanians for so long, it might be a while until she remembers how Victoria works. Indeed, we still don't quite understand why the Duke of Windermere is so keenly interested in Norport's affairs. Does she also want that airship technology? Maybe she wants to add another card to her hand? She knows she's in for a rough time soon. With opportunity comes desire. Both are, as honey, equally effective at leading people into the abyss. That cousin of mine failed to understand this, which is why he's been dead for 26 years. You know, he still appears in my dreams from time to time. Can't say I ever liked him. He was a bombastic, self-righteous boy. When we were young, he'd run up and down the corridors of the palace, spouting quotes from the past kings he saw in some book. And he'd always spew the same trite platitudes. A role model for the masses. Noblesse oblige, what have you. He treated those words as his guiding compass, though they probably didn't even come from the kings they were attributed to. In all likelihood, they were flattering embellishments added by the royal archivists. He actually believed those words and paid the price for it. But despite all that, I sometimes still miss him. During these years he was still around, we could pretend that all was well. But now even the dullest of men must open their eyes. Open their eyes and bear witness to all our ugliness, covetousness, and opportunism. War has broken out and its advent has fulfilled everyone's wishes at all. Yeah, good evening, Joshua. Welcome to the stream. We're starting with chapter 12. You know, it's the funny chapter 12. Let's go. Your Grace, this is also your chance to unite Victoria. Unity. Victoria has been trodden upon and sullied for far too long. You have the right to restore her glory. This war is for Victoria. No, my child. This war is not for Victoria alone. Victoria, how we love to speak the name of our country. No, it is nothing more than a rag to cover festering abscesses when the people are in need of morality, an empty husk to exploit hope when the people are in need of dignity. All those farmers, laborers, soldiers, and nobles, all these who despise each other, who grope at each other's throats, why does lumping all of them together make the great Victoria? When they speak of Victoria, what is it they refer to? The fields they've tilled for half a lifetime? The factories that gorged them their blood and tears? Collections of looted artifacts, great halls of imported carpets, a splotch of color with a line of text on an atlas, or a news headline and a set of economic figures on a television set? Or is it the vast, glorious, and invincible empire built upon the foundations of each man's imagination? Let us prepare ourselves. Let us wait with bated breath. Take a good look. Witness where this war will take us. War. War never changes. Yeah, good day, sir. Let me guess, you wanna be strung up on that fence too, huh? Be honest, I don't have a lot of fun with that job. I suggest you turn around and crawl back to where you belong. No, please wait, good sir. The others just want me to come talk to you. That's not what I meant. We just have a few trivial issues, so if you could show us a bit of mercy. When did you Victorians start taking us devils for a bunch of bleeding hearts? All we wanted was to know what's going on at Norport Borough. Nothing worth mentioning. What if, we can still scrounge up some valuable trinkets. Surely you've heard of Sargon's gems. I have a number of them here. Get lost. I get it, you're not interested, huh? I have a collection of old Gaulish paintings that are said to be priceless. Oh, alright, maybe I was out of line to say that. This is going to cost me my life, isn't it? How about a Sancta Patron firearm? Just happen to have one stashed away back home. Interesting, you got your hands on an Angel's Guardian gun, huh? Oh, it's not mine though, it's just for safekeeping. Heavens, those angels from the notarial whore are going to flay me alive if they find out, but if you're interested, I just happened to hear you, the Sarkas enjoy collect them though, so... Listen up, I prefer my angelic toys freshly looted from a pile of corpses. Now, piss off. Sarkas, we just want to know what's going on. This is a perfectly legitimate request. So many of us have been driven out of our homes and crammed into a little ghetto with no place to live, no food, and no freedom. Now all we want is an explanation. Are all these houses not good enough for you? Pick a door, any door. Knock on one of them and get your sorry ass inside. What more do you want? Bathtub with a built-in back massager? You can't treat us like this. Where are the defense forces? I personally know Leto and want to speak with them. We haven't broken any rules. Oh. That's enough, mister. Be careful. They're armed. Let go of me! What do I have to be careful for? Listen up, Sarkas. I've lived here for 30 years. This is my city. This is my neighborhood. I know you've taken over these factories. I know you lust after Londinium's wealth, so take it. Splitting off a few factories won't put a dent on Victoria's glory. But I am my own man. Not even the king can take my home. Tell me, why did Norport Borough drive out of Londinium overnight? What's the meaning of all these walls outside the borough? Hey, are you trying to get yourself killed? What possessed you into thinking that you could challenge my authority? Wait, please, good sir, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oof. Oof. Ugh. Yeah. This guy's dead. What a waste. Listen up, you sorry worms. To tell the truth, I'd like nothing more than to slaughter each and every one of you right now. Seeing your faces makes me sick, but the boss says you lot are still useful. So I promised him I'd show a little restraint. This is the grace I've afforded you, but know that I can take it back just as easily. Hurry, run, get away from here. Ooh. Help! Run, as fast as you can, pathetic Victorians. You've had your fun already. Now it's your time to get a taste of the life once forced onto us. Hide in every nook and cranny, hide beneath every shadow, rip up your morality and swallow your dignity. This is everything we Sarkas have experienced. Now rejoice, because it's yours too. Quality. This is the kind of equality you've never known. Explain myself? Answer your questions? No, this is war, you dipshits. Learn it, embrace it, just like we did for thousands of years. Where am I? Stop your blubbering already. Did you think they invited you here for a picnic? You can guess where the people who weren't so willing to come ended up. You're... Call me Baird. You're hurt and I need your wounds dressed. Follow me. Until it does, then it's freaking drone strikes now. Before it was trench warfare. What the fuck?
マップと敵座標の DMA 設定を適用しています。少々お待ちください。ちょっと言いにくいんだけど、私が巻き起こしたトラブルは私にしか収められないんだ。
I don't trust you. I'm watching you. I'm watching you, citizen. I'm watching you. Oh wow, what the fuck?
全員の行動力を奪う。それでいいだろう。命令を。お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
Ricevuto. Falli a pezzi.
大丈夫だ。勇気を出せばきっと。
Oh my god, it's an imposter! Among Us.
Mettimi alla prova. In attesa di ora. Falli a pezzi.
わかった。動き回るな。そうすれば。
Yeah, you did. You did. You said you got winner. Hey, good job, you know. That's actually a pretty good unit. I probably should have just gotten Leitza, the Thunderbringer, but you know, it's fine. Honestly, I'm pretty satisfied with my current with my current team. I don't really mind not having winner, or you know, or anyone in particular. Oh my god! So many imposters!
In attesa di falli a pezzi.
Hello there. Very early stream. What the fuck did you mean early stream? This is my usual time. This is my usual time, Pyros. What do you mean? Alright, we should be safe here. Yeah, though, there's still a mess outside. We're most certainly not in Londinium anymore. I reckon we can see the situation outside the plate from the top of the old loading tower, but I can't get near it. It's outside the restricted area. And I reckon even if you could spot anything, it wouldn't mean a thing. The Sarkas keep a close eye, and there are too many of them. Alright. And what's the old bloke's story? Yeah. They became mercenaries, so, you know. On Thursday, I leave at 7 p.m. Paris time, and you start stream around there. Did you guys have like daylight savings or something like that? He was trying to talk terms with the Sarkas. And how did that turn out? Take a look at yourself. Yeah, they kind of look like it. Yeah, Indra. Yeah, looks like Indra's brother. There, that's all about I can do. Bandaging your wound. Thank you. Goodness, why? What happened? What else could have happened? The Sarkas have been in Londinium for 4 years now. You can't possibly still think they were invited here by that poor sod Cavendish as his guest, right? They haven't ever... Haven't ever what? You must be one of those noblemen who never leave their mansions and need their maids to fetch them their morning sisty milk. How'd you fall so low as to find yourself in Norport? Oh, no, I'm but a scholar. I merely run into certain troubles financially. As soon as I finish my manuscript, I shall... Playing Among Us, yeah. Plus Among Us. See, the thing with me, Keen, is that I used to travel a lot when I was a kid. You know? That's why I'm familiar with like a lot of places. I think the only part of the Philippines that I have not explored is Visayas. I've never been in Visayas, but I've been in Luzon and Mindanao. Drat! The manuscript is still in my study. Baird, you really got a knack for finding these poor down to their luck bastards, don't you? Would you at least have some respect? If all goes well, it's very likely I will become the Royal Academy of Sciences' next academician. Sure, buddy. Very likely. Still don't understand. The news kept saying that all is well. What more do you want them to say? Friends and citizens, I sincerely regret to inform you that Londinium is now a shithole. Special instructions that they sent to the newspaper offices and TV stations actually earned their keep, you know? You see those flags that they're flying above the munitions factory in Highbury? If not, you've got to at least remember the fire in Ochterrig the other day, right? But the war? What about the defense forces? The Dukes? Aren't they defending us all around Londinium? How can this be? The Sarkas can possibly triumph over the Dukes, can they? The Devils are a bunch of savages who cower in the wilderness, but Victoria is the greatest country across all the lands. Who told you that? Did you realize that out of nowhere while munching on cake at home? I didn't feel that way at all when the Devils held me up against the wall and frisked me. Alright, next academician, off you go. You don't belong here. But where can I go? My flat is not in this lockdown zone and I haven't the slightest idea where my loyal servant is. I know no one here. What can you do? Medical work, sewing, repair, anything? My research is in heraldry. Your scholarly chaps ever studied how to turn air into steaks? Well, it is by no means my area of expertise, but I'd imagine it's a little difficult. Baird, stop bringing these fancy lads back, will ya? He doesn't even understand sarcasm. We don't have a lot of supplies on hand here. Maybe he can help Delphine manage the warehouse. Baird, stop trying to pass all your problems to me. Why are you in pain? What are you doing? What did you do? What happened? Are you sick? I can't very well watch him die on the street. At times like this, we have to come together and unite as one. Even having one extra man on board is more power to us. Come together. I wish Parliament and the Dukes would learn from you people. We wouldn't have fallen to where we are today. I like her outfit though. Like, look at that, it's so nice. Do you think this outfit is cute, isn't it? Yeah, she's cute. You think they're not united enough? They were all very united when it came to hanging the king. That was... never mind. I just hope you'll be of some use, Mr. Next Academician. Oh, the big sad? Yeah. See, I'm actually going to therapy tomorrow. I'm gonna get more meds for my depression. So I don't get depressed. And you know, I'm taking 2 types of medicine. One for my depression and one to stabilize my mood, because I have very I have very volatile moods otherwise. Yeah, I spent thousands of money just to buy freaking medicine. I shall do everything in my power. Though, speaking of which, who would all of you be? Who are we? Alright, welcome to our gym, the Slobberknacker. You can call us Glasgow. Katie, how have you been? To tell the truth, I haven't any idea where you have been as of late. Ever since Mr. Adams, the bookshop owner, died, I haven't been able to reach you. It has been a long time since I last continued our work. Forgive me, my dear friend, I never hide anything from you. But I am truly very befuddled. You once told me that peace would come again, but I can't fool myself with false hope anymore. I can't hide in my room and pretend that everything we do is still meaningful. Right, we could look at things on a broader scale, the dimension of history. Of course, peace will come. It will, eventually. And war will undoubtedly shatter it in an even crueler way. I once thought we could win, and I still hope that we will win. But Heidi, if everything that we have done amounts to nothing but self-comfort. No, not if. This might already be the truth. These books, these desks, and these school that may come crumbling down at any moment. How are they meant to stand up against a force of a new era? Heidi, I can't keep going anymore. What should I do? Lady Golding, are you alright? Molly, you're back. Are you writing a letter? No, this is nothing. I just remembered a few novels that I read before. The protagonists are always charming, suave, always heading to the front lines while wearing a uniform, befitting of them with a pipe in their mouths. But the authors never tell us which battlefield they head to and how the trenches smell. Those who are enamored of the protagonist, both women and men, taste fine desserts with anxious hearts. Of course, we all know these are just literary techniques. The stories always end happily. Authors with a little bit of ambition might try to build what the critics call a profound atmosphere. We arc, then we knights. Arknights. Hell yeah. Also welcome Auntie Void. I hope you're doing okay right now. Yeah, we're just we arc and we knights. Arknights. The stories are adorned with preventable deaths, and they are always the protagonist's comrade and dearest friend, dying in the trenches to shield the hero. I will play the magic card, Pot of Greed, to draw 2 new cards from my deck. In the end, the wretched enemy finds themselves defeated by the hero's sword, thus restoring peace and morality. Another day, another sigh. Why? What's up? Sorry, Fanis, I'm not streaming Limbus Canto 9 today because it's gonna be for tomorrow. And at his fallen friend's funeral, a solemn crowd gathers to remember his heroics, as petals symbolizing honor are scattered atop the casket. This is the most emotional part. The protagonist clenches his fist, wipes his tears, and looks toward the morning sun with resolve. And without fail, they always say that hope will come and all sacrifices will be meaningful. And that's where the author stops. Let the readers imagine for themselves what the truly beautiful future. Let them bask in that stately feeling in the end. What? Your girlfriend's fangirling? What? You have a girlfriend? What do you mean? Girls frontline? Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, you can't have a girlfriend. It's okay, Fanis, don't worry. I'm pretty sure someone will fall in love with your voice. Not sure if it's gonna be a girl though. Probably a guy, but you know, I think you're okay with that. It was years ago. Everyone was that age once. I used to be obsessed with these books when I was still a young girl. I wasn't very attached to the protagonist, actually, but I was indeed obsessed with those deaths. See? Why can't you just get a boyfriend then? Hello, Lemon. Welcome to the stream. Hi. Welcome. Hi. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah. Like I said, I don't really mind, you know, if you guys have like different things to do. I'm mostly like doing this. I want mommy, I want milk, I want to be held. I want to be comforted. Understandable. Just get a femboy, it's fine. Well, men can have milk too. It's just that it's on another type of milk. Okay. Sometimes I imagine myself one of those heroes who sacrificed themselves for their cause, and the masses would sing my praises for the era I helped create, or at the very least, my sacrifice. I'm getting told to unsubscribe. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh, he's not gonna unsubscribe. You home wrecker. Hey, hey, what? How did I wreck your home? Huh? How did I wreck your home? Huh? There's nothing. There's nothing to wreck. But didn't Tolo get a goth girlfriend? It's not me. Ah, how childish. Later on, I thought I'd be clear-headed enough to see past these sugar-coated fantasies. But then I started to notice there might be nothing inherently different between who I am now and who I was back then. They broke up. Damn, so that's the reason that girl actually stopped talking in my server. Did she leave actually? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm not really paying attention that much to the server because you know, I've just been sleepy lately. Yeah, it's the sus chapter. Basically, Tolu had a girlfriend. Tolu had a goth girlfriend, you know. You learned it while comforting my darling and see, he can't handle the BPD women. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Also, welcome to the stream, Billy Bob Joe! Yay! Also, yeah. Also, don't forget, this stream is sponsored by Lemon. Lemon, you can squeeze him. You can squeeze him for the juice. Is that a good one? Don't say that. You told the children yourself. Death is a solemn topic. Huh? Did I? I don't remember. Perhaps it's just the lectures that I've got so used to giving. How was procurement today? Not too bad. The situation on the streets isn't very serious. The prices at the shops haven't gone up, though there were more city defense soldiers than usual. And the Sarkas soldiers, they're not as secretive as they used to be. But everyone is pretending as if nothing has happened, except what used to be Norport. There's nothing left except the support structures and extending from the surrounding districts. What about those places? I need to apologize to you again. I should never have dragged you into this. It's just Leto has his eyes on me, and every time I step out the door, I found myself followed by several ill-meaning men. I had no choice but to make a gamble, but you are not on their watch list yet. No, I'm glad to do my part for Londinium. It's just that the places you told me about were all pretty quiet. I used the passwords, but no one answered. Maybe they've already given up? No, they're all stronger than I am. Much stronger. But I found a letter. It should be for you, so I didn't open it. No, this isn't their handwriting. The letter has practically all the information in the Self-Salvation Course communications. What? But how could that... This is a threat. They know us like the back of their hand. Then what should we do, Lady Golding? Molly, I'll have another list of places for you. I've never been to these bases myself, but having analyzed the flow of information, they should be there. We shouldn't take the risk. If this goes against our established practices, but this information is important to the Self-Salvation Course, right? Many lives are on the line. Then we must do this. Molly, just as I taught you, watch out for anyone who could be tailing you. Whether they are Sarkas or not, do not let your guard down. Look for a girl called Clavicia there or anyone who can get in contact with her. Tell them that the entire intelligence network has been exposed. They must evacuate immediately. Lady Golding, where are you going? To Leto's office. I will try to buy as much time as I can for the rest of you. But relax, I'll be fine. I just hope I'm stronger than I think I am. Doctor, I had a dream. I saw the city shrouded in dark clouds. Then blood-stained Sarkaz flags flew above every building. Outside the city, originium grew everywhere my eyes could see. I saw a rusted throne towering above the lands. The masses kneeled before it, crying tears stained in black. I saw the person on the throne wave their arm, and the shouts that followed pierced the sky. Yet in the shadow of the throne, the cowering men lifted their heads ever so slightly. I felt what they felt. I don't know how to describe it. It was so all over the place, so stifled. I could only make out what was on the surface. That pain and hatred. Who was that on the throne? Is this the future that the collective souls of the Sarkaz foresaw? Or is this the duty of the King of Sarkaz? Did Teresa have this dream? Could this be the sight she is looking forward to now? No, it can't be. Doctor, this dream. It doesn't mean anything, right? Yeah, it's just a dream. Thank you, Doctor. Right, it was just a dream. Amiya, Doctor. Is Dr. Kaltsit better? Hard to say. Her body was frail to start with, and her wounds are deep. Shining has attempted several solutions, but all of them were limited in their effectiveness. She has yet to awaken. Monster seems to be slowly repairing itself. Otherwise, we do not have any idea how well it will recover, or whether it can actually even recover. Doctor, at the Defense Forces Command Tower, if only I... Rats. We're rats. We are rats. Hello, Peter. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Everyone did their best. Dr. Kaltsit. Alright, you should sleep well. I hope the big sad... the big sad, you know... the big sad gets away from you. I never once imagined that Dr. Kaltsit would one day be wounded this badly. She always solved all of our problems like they were nothing. She gave us the best advice for every solution. She's Dr. Kaltsit. I've never seen her look tired. But now... Doctor... I know, I will bear the responsibilities that are mine to bear. Rhodes Island's mission here is far from over. But I want to see Dr. Kaltsit one more time. May I? Even if it's just sitting there by her bed for a short while. Rather than staying with the wounded, you two have more important work to do. Closure wants you to know that she has finished analyzing the data from the command tower. Clavicia is calling a meeting. We need to reevaluate the situation in Londinium. Our initial plans have failed. Then please tell us what our next step would be.
銃弾の雨で
Wow,
あなたたちを苦痛から救済しよう
look at that, guys. That was just node 22. It's been an hour. Yeah, it's been an hour and a fourth. Amiya, Doctor, you're here. As you can see, the morale here is rather low right now. It's a mess, but please pay it no mind. Ever since Allerdale left, our logistics have been in shambles. But given the problems we face, this is the best solution we have. We lost many men in our last battle. We once thought that these sacrifices would not be in vain, and that as long as we stopped the Sarkaz's projects, everything would still be salvageable. Regrettably, they acted much faster than we anticipated. The Sarkaz, not only did they have the shard, they also built that airship. The report has been distributed to everyone. The airship attacked the Duke of Windermere's army out in the open. The illusion of peace has shattered. As for the shard, if the Sarkaz willingly started this war, then their control of the shard must have proceeded much further along than we expected. I'm too afraid to make this gamble. Allerdale once told me the legend of this sword. She said that the size of kings, capable of rending catastrophes asunder, is Victoria's strongest shield, with which the country can defend against the storms pulled towards it. And she must also have told you that the stone of the sword beneath the palace exists precisely because there are few who can activate this power. Siege, do you feel nothing from the sword? Maybe, I don't know, like a sense of being summoned? Or perhaps there's a low heat? Maybe you can suddenly use some really wicked Originium arts. You just might actually be able to... No, nothing. The sword is cold and hard. It's a little lighter to swing than a hammer, and not very easy to control your strength with. Is there nothing else? If any part of you feels a little bit off, we should have this polished before it sees battlefield again. It's a little rusted. It seems you can count on the sword doing as much of a good turn and helping us fend off the threat from the shard for the time being. The Sarkaz might just think twice before they activate the shard. Right, Doctor of Rhodes Island. It is better for this sword to be under our control than any other faction. At the very least, being able to prevent it from becoming an accomplice to this war is important enough. Important enough? This is important enough. Allerdale, if only I... Please don't get discouraged, Siege. Maybe you just haven't gotten the hang of it, or it's not time yet. I'm just about done analyzing the supply line, Doctor. It's practically guaranteed that the starting point is rural Brentwood, but it's got a lot of endpoints. Aside from the munitions factory in Highbury, it is very likely that they have a route that extends right underneath the shard. We found out way too late. If only we'd found out 10 days sooner, things probably would have turned out the way they have. That said, the intel about this supply route is still meaningful, Doctor. If this route is capable of the transport of heavy supplies and leads straight to the bottom of the shard, then there's an opportunity for a counter-offensive. That's right. With war having broken out, there may not be a lot of guards around Theresis. Each lord of the royal court has to command their subordinates to fend off the dukes. Oh no, that's a major plot hole. Which one, actually? The Liches joining the fray would be a problem, but from what I know about them, they wouldn't truly pick a side. Besides, I'm sure Dame Kaltsit talked to their messenger before. Hello, Purple Mayhem. Welcome. I hope you've been doing well. I just hope that they opted to follow her advice. Now, we'd best... Vina, you ought to at least bring up what happened in Norport. It's our turf that those Sarkaz arseholes got it out. Baird is still there. Yeah, I'm good. No worries. Yeah, how have you been as well? It's been a while since I last saw you. Sarkter. Okay, bloody bastards. Instead of a counter-offensive on their supply line, we should be helping them. Calm down. We must think about the whole situation. You little twat. You think being a knight gives you the right to teach me to look at the big picture? I don't give a shit about wiping some old sarcasm monsters. My friends are in danger. My home is in danger. Missed hearing that voice. Thank you. Wait, let me just drink some water because like my throat is like so tired from reading. Wait. It could be around more. It's fine. Don't worry about it. My stream archive is like on my YouTube channel, so if you still wanna listen, you know, even if I'm not live. Waiter, waiter. Thank you. And you want me to bloody stand aside and do nothing? No, I know you're restless, but we must consider all possibilities. I do not recommend it splitting up. Until we are certain the ones who attempted to make the realm blade have given up, you'd best... Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm dual streaming on YouTube right now, actually. So, you know, my YouTube chat is more active, but it's fine. Like, yeah, I'm keeping Twitch regardless of whether my Twitch is active or not. Best cower underground like cowards? Give me a break. We can take care of those sneaky bastards. All we have to do now is... Enough, Indra. Fine. When will the operation targeting Theresis commence? Not very soon. We need time to observe the supply line's specific situation. The shard's internal structure needs to be investigated too. Theresis is powerful. Letting our guards down would only spell our doom. How long will it take more specifically? Less than half a month. I hope to put a stop to all this before he truly activates the shard. That's good enough? Dr. Alyssciel, I'm requesting a temporary leave before this operation. Please rest assured that I will be back before the operation is to commence. So you insist on going to Norport? I've lost enough friends already, Clavicia. I can't just do nothing over and over again. I'm making this request out of my personal feelings, yes. I won't try to hide this. But at the same time, I think this is an opportunity. Before a normal operation officially begins, we can first remove certain hidden threats. For example, those who hurt Allerdale and those who want the size of kings. That's without a doubt a duke. No matter what position he is planning to take, I think I should have a conversation with him. Ascalon said this already, but time is not on our side. Understand. I will handle this properly. Doctor, what do you think? I'm gonna be... I thought I was gonna be quiet. I thought I was gonna be quiet. Yeah. Almost 5 months. Yeah, there are some people apparently who hasn't finished chapter 8 and they've been playing Arknights for a year already. And I'm like, what the heck? And then I realized, oh right, yeah. I got a boosted account. There are still things worthy of our attention on that plate. Right, the Sarkaz airship is very likely docked in Norport. And this also implies Theresa might be there. In this war, we will have to face her sooner or later. Oh, yeah, happy birthday! Happy birthday, that's good. Thank you for coming by, with your birthday. It's a special day. You should be celebrating it with people. There is another thing. Logos mentioned to me. Emergency. Ishin. Emergency. The Sarkaz ambushed the Camden Borough safe house. We, their forces. Camden? What's going on? Alert, the safe house at Octerig. Being ambushed. Feist, the safe house in Highbury is under attack. What's the situation over there? We're mounting a counterattack and are evacuating underground. Situation's dire. It's likely that the Sarkaz have. This is not a simple annihilation. They are planning to... Granny? Granny, do you hear me? Drat, the transmission's cut off. What's going on? We have 3 safe houses under attack by the Sarkas. Celebrate. Well, at least there's cake. You know what? Yeah, that's good. That's still good. Happy birthday to you. Sorry, I can't sing the entire thing. I need to conserve my throat because like there's 10 billion lines in Arknights. But yeah, I get what you mean. Birthday celebrations require money. Their communications have been cut off. We must back them up immediately. No, it's not just the 3 safe houses. Our communications have been cut off. Get down, Doctor. Whoa! Lavisha, what's going on? How can this be? Here? This place is top secret within the Self-Salvation Corps. Logos mentioned to me that it's possible the Sarkas have infiltrated our intelligence network. Based on the situation we now find ourselves in, I can only assume that the failure of our confidentiality far exceeds what we anticipated. It's very likely that all Self-Salvation Corps bases are under attack. We must evacuate! Where can we go, though? Ah, thank you. Is it... Oh my god. Oh my god, people saying my voice is cute or beautiful? Damn. Someone in my comments actually said that I sound like GLaDOS from Portal. This is the triumph. Na 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 na. I should probably like look up the lyrics and then sing it, and then probably people will finally see that I actually sound like her. Everyone, the Sarkas assault is fierce. They've had their eyes on this place for a long time, and the routes on the surface have already fallen. Whoa! Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Purple. Thank you. The mid-level buffer zone has been breached too. Doctor, the enemy is using a new Sarkas witchcraft device. With their numbers and strength, our defense forces and Self-Salvation Corps friends won't be able to withstand this assault. Truth be told, we have no chance of winning. Robin, who's in charge of organizing defense, won't last long. How much time can they buy us? 15 minutes. No, half an hour. That's all the time we have. Evacuate? Where are we supposed to run? There isn't anywhere safe for the Self-Salvation Corps to go in Londinium. The equipment factory's third warehouse? The car park at the Four Seasons department store? Maybe Viscount Byrne's mansion? No, they're all too risky. There has to be somewhere else. If it's dangerous everywhere in Londinium, we can evacuate the city for the time being. Evacuate Londinium? But... Right, the Sarkas supply line! Yeah, it's the Portal song. Wait. This was a triumph. I'm making a note, a huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all. Okay, I have not yet. Imagine what mine look like. Yeah. I actually had them like animated a bit so that you know, at least like yeah. At least I don't look like I'm just bouncing. Honestly, I can disable the bouncing, so you know. But yeah, it's yeah. We can use the supply line in Highbury and get the hell out of Londinium. We've got too many wounded men and non-combatants. Taking an underground route will help us avoid most of the fighting. But all of our work in Londinium, the onslaught we are facing tells us that they simply thought they had no need to wipe us out before. Now that war has broken out, the Military Commission has started to truly see the Self-Salvation Corps as a threat. We have no time to hesitate. I need to head out immediately to back Robin up. We will try to draw the Sarkaz's main force attention the best we can to cover your evacuation. Very well. Amiya, Doctor, the Self-Salvation Corps will need your assistance in this evacuation. We will never abandon our allies. Ascalon, mount a breakout. Understood. Logos, I'm here. Help Horn and her team buy us time. Yeah, it's a new year. It's a new year. We got like, oh my god, it's already like half of January. Can you believe it? It's already half of January. What have we been doing? Holy crap. Alright, I've just been making videos in YouTube. I'm more of a shit posting channel than a streamer, if I'm gonna be honest with you. I will guarantee your safety. Before we could finalize plans to relocate and secure our communications, the Royal Court picked the perfect time for this annihilation operation. It seems they know us better than we ever imagined. The resist has also gotten sharper, not like when he was simply pretending. If it's certain that this place will fall, I guess it won't matter if we go all out. Been watching anime? Hell yeah! Actually, I haven't been watching anime lately. I've just been playing Where Winds Meet on my spare time, or like doing artworks and stuff like that. Logos, we will be back. We can rebuild this place. Next, we need to find the entrance to the Highbury supply route. Twice, this is where you come in. Understood. Everyone, come with me. Closure, take all the wounded and non-combatants and go with them. I'm counting on you and Shiny to take care of Kaltsit. What? Huh? Hey, Dr. Alyssciel, what kind of sick joke is this? If I'm supposed to be a non-combatant, then so are you. You bet your ass I can beat the crap out of you. It's you who should be evacuating with the rest of them. Amiya and Ascalon will make sure I'll be safe. Doctor, I won't let you get hurt. Really? I have not seen the... Is that... Did they actually rebuild the Logos? Yeah? Did they rebuild Logos's sprite? What anime have you been watching, Purple? The last anime that I watched was Sakamoto Days, I think. Yeah, I think it's Sakamoto Days. So we've got 3 teams. Horn, Misery, and Logos will lead the primary operation to resist the Sarkaz assault. Doctor, you go with Amiya and Siege's gang to hold the other Sarkaz pursuers. Shining and I will follow the rest of the Self-Salvation Corps and evacuate this place without making any noise. Where are we gonna meet up in the end? Small town outside Londinium, Brentwood. Alright, objective confirmed. We're now in war. It won't spare any one of us. But we also mustn't lose hope. Benevolent betrayal. What's it about? What's the story?
M'est familier.
Guainate le spade.
Look, they look more sus than the imposters in Among Us. Okay, we got one imposter. We got one imposter. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. That's okay. These ones are these ones are not sus.
勇気を出せばきっと。
Oh crap, I'm stupid. I almost insta give that one.
ターゲットロックアップルパイ
Je suis partout.
心配しないで、僕がついていますから。
Oh, I got 2 imposters.
Ne me résistez pas. Cédez à ma chanson.
Okay. Okay. Okay, you guys are okay? Not you though.
Dovrei fare molto di meglio.
Yeah, these ones are imposters. It's pretty easy to see. Basically, the guy wants to just go to his magic academy and live a normal student life, but then he was told he was gonna be the future demon king, so yeah, complicated. Yeah, it's a tower defense. Yeah. It's a tower defense game. No, not really. It's a visual novel. It's a visual novel with a tower defense mini game. Yeah. Oh, I see. So, like, will he still be, so he's still in the Magic Academy, it's just that it's more complicated because he's now like a future demon king or something? Come in. You're here, Golding. Leto, do you know us better than I ever imagined? What do you mean? The Londinium Self-Salvation Corps. Where did you get this information from? Does it matter? Have a seat, Lady Golding. Please, there is no reason for you to feel anxious. This war is not between you and I. Answer me, Lieutenant Colonel. I know why you came, Golding. You want to buy time. You are under the impression you have enough leverage to discuss terms. You think you can still help your friends. How regrettable. I thought you would be wiser. We had a conversation not too long ago. You said you did not want to see Londinium become the next Lignons. Take a look around us. Take a look at the deep abyss that Londinium is plunging into. Is this the choice you made for yourself that you spoke about? Golding, didn't you rebut me on that? Correct, we are plunging toward that abyss. War has begun. War once tore apart our homeland. What will it tear apart this time? Maybe it will be the Sarkas, maybe it'll be Victoria. You know how disastrous this will be. Hundreds of thousands, millions of people will bleed, die, and buried by this era. You know that better than anyone. That is correct. I know this very well, but I must also admit that it was you who opened my eyes. You made me reflect on my decision. Oh, it's a harem anime? It's got, yeah. I see. So, super overpowered. Kind of reminds me of, you know, the last anime that I watched that involved a magic school? It's Mashal. You guys know Mashal? Mashal is the best anime. It's got a banger opening too. If I had to question my conscience, I would not have cared nearly as much. Let us cast aside those hypocritical high hopes of mankind or civilization, Golding. When we were young, we talked freely of these subjects and, with nothing but admiration in our hearts, sung the praises of the outstanding men and women in history. Mankind, the master of all things, our intelligence and bravery set us apart from wild beasts and graced these lands with this radiant miracle. But if we simply lifted our heads from the books and compare, we would realize how close their endings are to the reality before us. The same downfalls, the same rottenness, the same self-destructions. What if all those things we sing of the praises of were nothing but temporary illusions? What if believing that they are eternal makes us naive? What if destruction was our true nature? You weren't so pessimistic before, Leto. Pessimistic. Golding, you are so kind with your choice of words. You describe my crazed musings as just pessimistic. I thought I warranted harsher criticism. It seems you are not as resolute as I thought you would be. I am simply exhausted. I merely started to try facing reality. It is very painful, but I have no other choice. As for the conversation we had the other day, I can now offer you a new answer. I did not choose any missions for myself, Lady Golding. I only wanted to survive the ceaseless destruction. Devil May Cry vibe? Like the anime Devil May Cry or the game Devil May Cry? Damn. It's a pitiful and weak, insignificant, inadequate, but this is the answer I arrived at, and it is the only one I have to offer. What else can I do? You're a soldier. You should have followed orders. Whose orders should I have followed? The king is dead, the Sarkas run the parliament, and each duke has his own master plan. You could have become a hero? At what cost? What if the price is not the one that I can afford? When you walked into the room, did you see the eyes of the guards standing by the door? The officers under me, my comrades, and those bewildered young men. Dale has 5 children. Sassan's mother has been paralyzed for 3 years, and Toten's brother has oriphagy. The vampires will suck their blood dry. Bowing down will not prevent anything. At the very least, nothing has happened yet as of today. Golding, it's my hope that you survive this as well, speaking personally. Fundamentally, you and I might just be one of a kind. And it's only that I have chosen to give up while you are still standing firm. You and I are nothing alike. You ask me where I obtained the information on the Londinium Self-Salvation Corps. Very well, I shall answer you. From a cowardly teacher. What are you saying? Look at yourself, Golding. Your blunders and the tracks you left behind are owed to your cowardice and fear. Sentimental kinds have never been a good fit for the intelligence work. You've known that from the start. No, it can't be. There's been a lot of chatter on my communications here. Sarkas ambushed Camden Barrow safe house. Their forces. Alert, the safe house at Octarig. Hello? Can anyone hear me? This is the Magna Barrow safe house. We're under... No! Golding, they are dying because of you. You pushed them into the fire. This is what your fight brings. And for that, I can only mourn. The main character loses one eye and his left arm, then creates guns and vehicles from magic, so yeah, twin pistols gives me the Devil May Cry vibe. Loses his left eye, his left arm creates a gun. Wait, he can create a gun from his left arm or something? There's too many men. They're well equipped and they're working far too well with each other. Mercenaries are incapable of these. These are military elites. Each and every one of them is a bloodthirsty machine who dug his way out of 1,000 battles. Out of the way, the lot of ya. Mindra, watch your back. This isn't going to work. We are on the back foot right now. I will locate the position of their commander. Amiya, maintain position. Don't stop. I got it. Damn, there's more of them down this alley. Stay close, Doctor. We will cut our way through. Go forward 300 meters and take the first left. Huh? Who's that? Hurry up. There are more ambushers on the roof. Doctor, did you hear that? That voice. Watch out for their arts. Cut through this danger zone. Hold on tight, Doctor. Left. Let's, we have to give it a shot. I hate being ordered around. Fine. "50 meters and to your right." Bloody, that's a wall there. No. Some kind of illusion, perhaps. Charge through it. Oh, so he can just use magic to like create them from thin air or something like that. But yeah. I was like just thinking, holy crap, that would have been cool. Just freaking using like his arm, you know, like growing firearms. Sorry. that was a pun. He's got a firearm. There's no one I hate more than a sneaky bastard like you. Show yourself. I love the random sound range keep appearing. Which one? That assassin of yours has already taken down the commander of your pursuers. You are safe for the time being. I said, show yourself. Her name is Ascalon, is it? Impressive. Doctor, behind me. Who are you? Please, there is no need to fret, dear Rhodes Islanders. A few of my colleagues just touched base with Alexandrina not too long ago. Alas, it did not go too well. You are the man behind Allerdale. Show yourself. I won't say it again. Please lower your hammer, Your Highness. You are merely wasting your strength. As heir to the throne, from a certain viewpoint at least, you should have a bit more patience. You said so yourself not too long ago, but we should have a conversation. Hi! Hi, welcome to the stream. Hi. Yeah, it's okay. Go to sleep. Get some good sleep. Long coat and white hair gives him the devil may cry look. Yeah, the Dante. Nah, I doubt it. I doubt I'm gonna be able to finish the entirety of it in one. Yeah. Okay. Commonplace to world's strongest. I'll see. Cause like a lot of yeah, I don't have a lot of time. I don't have a lot of time with yeah, with watching anime lately, but you know, it's fine. Have fun. You love this chapter? Hell yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, I won't be able to finish this in one go because the stories are kind of long. Actually, I think they take like more than 30 minutes. Yeah, there will be a lot of reading. You had the Self-Salvation Corps tap. Their evacuation plan will be successful. Do note that this is a promise, not sarcasm. My sincerest pleasure to meet all of you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope there yet remains room for our objectives to coexist. An Ashen Trilby? Very perceptive, Lady Isabel Montan. They should have expected no less from a scion of the Count of Manchester. Indeed, we are often referred to as the Trilby Ashers. Should you have the chance, please send your mother my regards. You! Please, there is no need for alarm, Lady Montan. I harbor no ill will against you and your friends at the moment. Is the arts gimmick you have over there a gesture of your goodwill too? I'm not fond of having conversations next to a pile of explosives. This is merely a precaution. Well then, here's a precaution too. Lower your weapon, Miss Ascalon. This is not worth it. Rhodes Island Pharmaceuticals made a series of passage and call permit requests for so-called industrial waste recycling and processing purposes, currently hiding within the territory of the Duke of Gododin, currently 631 kilometers away from Londinium. And what if we are? Miss Amaya, I surmise your recycling work is proceeding apace. We do merely what must be done. You have been very careful. You charted your course and built a well-hidden supply network around your ship. You wish to avoid Victoria's attention. And you almost fooled us. Regardless of whether your intentions are good or otherwise, wouldn't you agree that discretion is the worst quality there is to a ruler? Who do you serve, Mr. Trilby Asher? If at all possible, I would say that I serve Victoria. Alas, the reality is that I serve only a small part of Victoria. This small part is more than enough to keep me well occupied, however. Which means you work for one of the dukes. The Duke of Wellington saw us as a threat. Rhodes Islands would already have been attacked. The Duke of Windermere's control has yet to reach Duke Gododin's territory, not by a long shot. From what I know, the Duke of Normandy is more interested in business. Most other dukes are fence-sitters. You work for Castor. Doctor, the commander of Rhodes Island, there exists very little information on you. We are under the impression that this was due to a lack of importance. We will reevaluate our internal appraisal. What is Rhodes Island worth to that part of Victoria you speak of? We actually do not have much of an interest in a so-called pharmaceutical company that deals with waste recycling. But your operator has a very unique background. Moreover, she possesses something important. You failed once, but you still haven't given up. This is my job, Your Highness. Let us not make things harder for each other. This sword is nothing more than a heavy rod of iron in your hands. What do you intend to do with it? Can you really cut through the catastrophe that looms above us? It is a mere tale. You cannot wield it to its true potential. What does the Duke of Castor want to do with it, then? To fulfill a promise. A promise? To bring her followers peace and safety. We do indeed have a certain technologies that can immediately put this blade to good use, just as the size of kings once sheltered Londinium. Yeah, I'm dual streaming right now. Yeah, there's YouTube and there's Twitch. The usual stuff, you know. And you know what I mean? If I can have like 3 people on Twitch and like 7 people on YouTube, that's still a double-digit streamer view, you know? The Duke wishes for this blade to become a turning point for unity. In that case, those aren't on your side will deservedly be swallowed by the catastrophe. That is how it will become that turning point. Doctor, I will make my move in 3 seconds. We must escape this situation. Our operators on the land ship are more than capable of taking care of the crisis that could soon unfold, and so we have to take this risk. 3, 2, 1. All of you seem pretty tense. Perhaps I came at a bad time? Right on time. Ines. Yeah, it's her! Yay, she's back! Mr. Trilby Asher, you have to admit that you came well prepared. 13 small communication stations with 4 of them triggered passively. They were set up to automatically send out orders if they don't receive your message after 10 minutes. I didn't want to venture a guess as to what orders they were meant to send out, so I took the liberty of crashing them all. I hope you don't mind. Your subordinates were very strong even after they heard the word vampire. That said, I believe that aside from the Sarkaz royal court, there are certain others hiding in the city who would be very interested to learn of their existence. Tell me, where do you suppose I should take them? Ines, former Sarkaz mercenary. It's hardly surprising that you're still alive. We've determined for some time now that someone was behind all these little tricks around Londinium. You've done very well. We know that there is a sizable number of sarcasm mercenaries inclined to leave the military commission's control. But we both know that does not come without a cost, don't we? Your business partner might be in fairly dire straits. Perhaps we should be a little more blunt with each other. I know you have more tricks up your sleeve, and you know we still have some trump cards in our hand. Let's stop probing each other. Your shadow tells me you are wavering. Very well, let's make a deal. I have a tricky mission, but as you can see, I am not much for fighting and adventure. So you want someone to die in your stead? I have faith in your abilities. Certainly, you have already seen the airship that is currently parked at the now isolated Norport Borough. Make your way there and get your hands on its schematics. What's in it for me? You get to live. For now. You, your friends, your allies, your wounded, and your landship will all get to remain alive for the time being. This is no trouble at all to Victoria, but as for the rest of you... Deal. Alright, deal!
Smidollati.
I guess. See, we just have, like, we just finished two nodes. We're on our third one, and it's already almost been 2 hours. Can you believe that? The stories are long. Yeah, this game is a visual novel with a tower defense minigame. How quick to answer, Doctor of Rhodes Island. A safe location has been sent to Alexandrina's terminal. Please stand by there. I cannot guarantee your safety for any actions you take outside of our agreement. My terminal? When did... You have some impressive talents among your ranks. That's very good. You should contribute to our common goal instead of becoming an obstacle to our cooperation. Yeah. Yeah, I'm very patient. I'm very patient. And the thing is, I'm actually kind of invested with the story. That's the thing. You know? I'm invested with stories actually. Yeah, it's pretty Bloodborne. Right. Is it a Victorian thing to call threats cooperation? Regrettably, yes. Please await our next communication. Doctor, I need to contact Closure and re-evaluate the safety of Rhode Island's communications. Until then, maintain radio silence. Of course, we also need to take care of the issues regarding the landship's calling procedures. Thank you, Ines. Hello, Ines. Is this the first time we've met? I'm afraid not. I've lost some of my memories. I'm aware. This is our first meeting for this version of you. Have you really lost your memories, or is this part of your plan? I forgot about lots of things indeed. Yeah, it's always a love story, so at the end I must choose a girl. Also, it's like one of those visual novels. Yeah. I understand what you mean. I have not played one in a decade. I have not played a love story. I have not played a love story for like a decade now. I don't even remember the last one. Yeah, I have not even remembered the last one that I played. Holy crap. I've never been quick to judge, Dr. Alyssciel. I can sense that you've gone through some changes. We'll all have a lot of time to get reacquainted in the future. Rather than trusting verbal statements, I prefer to see things for myself. Ines, the doctor. Relax, Amaya. My prejudices won't be a factor. For now. You know what, fair? Like, I'm looking at my game list. I don't even remember which one I last played. like, you know, my Steam library. I'm like trying to like remember which one. Yeah, I have not looked. I have not looked at. Holy crap. The evacuation's almost complete. Good. We need to get out of here ASAP. Yeah, what's it about? Like, what's the story? The Sarcas from Rhodes Island, is his name Logos? And I thought we'd seen all the surprises Rhodes Island's fighting style had to offer, having fought alongside Misery all this time. Right, it doesn't matter who exactly he is, his Cursecraft has been a great help. Ha, and he's a great darts player too. I played against him for a couple rounds. His accuracy might just be as terrifying as those arts of his. A friend of mine taught me a couple tricks before, that's all. He's no match for me in a chair sliding match, but when it comes to darts, he's not so bad. Horn, the Sarcas forces have retreated. We should seize this opportunity. According to the plan, Rhodes Island in the self-salvation course will take the supply route, head toward the exit, and make their way to a town called Brentwood to build a new safe house there. We will regroup with them there. I suggest we charge toward the city walls. Norport Borough is gone, and even though the Sarcas have patched up the walls, they wouldn't have enough time to build new plates to fill the hole there. The exposed underground structure might just help us somehow. Oh my god, it's her! It's her, she's the... yeah. Looks like I've met another old friend. The one who taught you how to play darts? Regrettably, no. Unlike this old friend, my friends are loyal to one another until our deaths. Everyone, I'm afraid I still have matters to attend to within the city. Horn is more than capable of leading you outside Londinium, and my co-worker Misery will also lend his assistance should the need arise. Understood. Stay hidden, everyone. Follow me. Horn, I don't think you can stay hidden with all those weapons and, like, shields. Are the mountains of the past really so worthy of reminiscing? Blood and tears are nothing to be obsessed with. I must say I'm not entirely fascinated by them. But what if the mountains are the only place there is left to stay? What if the only light of glory there can give us warmth? And here I thought I'd hunted enough of you. This is the 31st Molly. You are a hard-working one, Banshee. But you prevailed nonetheless. You helped the Reeses decimate the Self-Salvation Corps. That's business. I would pry up every talent on Dinium to find the last of your hidden shards, Damasti. You yet refute the possibility of change. This has always been your choice. A little arrogant, aren't we, young Banshee? We understand change. We come from change itself. But change is merely a means of adaptation. All change has a final objective. Even before the Sarcas found themselves in this state, we had long been walking upon the lands. Ideologies, fates, missions, slogans, none of them can escape the sands of time. Those ideas you mistake as novel have been conceived long ago. The paths you deem noble have been paved time and again. And what are they? And where are they now? We yet still before you. And that is the greatest proof. Basically, a girl is stalking me and gets jealous about other girls getting close to me and makes my life hell. Basically obsessed with me. So like it's a yandere girl. Like it's a yandere girl that yeah. Damn. Bang bang. Yeah. You should save some strength, Kador. You've eaten more than enough. Delphine has talked to you about your appetite problem already. We're much worse off than we used to be now. Relax, Beard. Things haven't completely gone to shit yet. Them devils aren't nearly as strong as they look. All they did was catch us off guard. I had a chat with Marshall from the Transport Union. They have a group of men over there. Once we rope in more people on our end, we might just stand a chance to defeat the Sarcas. Isn't the last part of Kanto out? It is, but you gotta think about it. Everyone is actually doing everyone is actually playing it, you know. I'm pretty sure that a lot of people will be like playing it first. That's why I'm like, you know what, yeah, I'll play it tomorrow so that they can just stay on stream. They can just stay on stream without worrying about getting spoiled or something like that. Yeah, you know, I think the goat Kamui is still streaming, so you know, definitely say try it. I could, maybe. I have not tried anything yet. I was, I got like an early access though in like a visual novel as well, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of Yuri. Yeah, it's like lesbian stuff. Basically, like you get kidnapped by a hot vampire lady. We'll see. If I finish Kanto 9 Part 3 in one stream, I'll stream the Hoshiguma event by Saturday, I think. Just like how we joined forces with those other gangs to take the cops down. Jump them from behind, get the job done clean. Pow pow, bam! A couple punches, that's all it takes. The Sarkast army isn't cops. I know, they're a force to be reckoned with. But we aren't afraid of blood, we aren't afraid of sacrifices. We will walk over our fallen comrades and smash their face with our fists. Like our gym's name, Slobberknocker. Marshall and I worked it out. We will definitely win. Just like those bootleg Lungmen videos you collect, huh? I'm serious, I've been around the block in Norport, not much shorter than you. We need to find a way out of this mess ourselves, just like before. That siege of yours just up and left Glasgow all those years ago, and our turf got handed over just like that. It was you and I who racked our brains to figure out how to gain a foothold here again. This is nothing different than before. We stand together, get prepared, and beat them all up. That's how we've made it this far. It doesn't matter how things are outside. Out on the streets, we do things the street way. Next, we just gotta find ourselves the right moment. Looks like Delphine's back. Did old Baldy pair finally give in? Given the circumstances, you're paying a pretty decent price, I'm sure. What's this? Is that blood? Old Baldy pair is dead. The Sarkast. No, not the Sarkast, damn it. I have no idea who they were, but they were already at it when we got to the store. They were a bloodthirsty bunch. I saw with my own eyes there was a man with a crowbar pinning another man on the floor. That man even... The situation's bad. My guess is some starving bums at his sights on Pear's shop. The idiot still had bread in his glass showcase. And it went as you'd expect. You can more or less guess just how many of these bums are in this lockdown district. Bloody idiots. Whatever they've been sniffing must have finally got into their heads. You know, the man with the crowbar. He's a tail hair product salesman. Always had a smile on his face. I bought from him a number of times since he gave me discounts. They aren't all that good though. I saw him just now. His eyes were deep red. There was blood on his lips. That crowbar was completely bent. I almost didn't recognize him. You're spreading, Kadar. The transport union guys did say that there could be cowards going nuts, but how could... Holy shit. Barricade the door. What are you spacing out for? Make yourself useful. Kadar, push that sofa over there. Bloody bastards. What do the lot of you want? Oh, piss off, we've got people alive in here. This is Glasgow's territory. Beard, watch out! A fire axe smashes through the gym's thick door and breaks open a hole. The sharp axe brushes past Baird's hair. A few strands of her hair flutter in the air. I said it already, we got people still bloody alive in here. Kader presses against the door with his body and grabs the axe, peeking through the hole back with his 2 hands. The man outside makes several attempts to pull the axe back in vain. I don't care who the hell you are, but get out of my sight while I have this axe in your brain. The axe wobbles a few times, and after a few heavy kicking sounds on the door, the man outside finally gives up, their chaotic footsteps slowly growing quieter. Your hand, your fingers. Good thing that bandages are the last thing we'll run out of in the gym. Baird, Delphine, we need to take inventory of all our resources again. I'll take down a couple sandbags to reinforce our front door. These people, have they gone mad? The citizens of Norport Borough are all upstanding mad, basically. What about the police? They were always so quick to write tickets. If I were a cop so unlucky as not to make it out of this plate in time, I would definitely have locked myself in my home with my weapon at the ready by now. I need to head on over to the transport union later. The people here must still trust Marshall. How was it? How was AS4? The S4. Yeah, I have not touched the other stages, by the way. One of the other interesting stories would be when I was superhero and had to keep my identity a secret, and a mafia boss's daughter became interested in you. What, really? There's a story like that? Damn. Oh. Everyone always listens to him. He'll find a way. Damn it, bloody hell. The Sarkas are still out there. These people are out of their minds. How could they? Oh, what should we do now? Kader just said we had to wait for an opportunity. Mr. Next Academician, are you aware of the great fire in Norport 15 years ago? Oh yes, I've heard. It was in the port, if I recall. It doesn't actually take very much to burn down a port. All you need is a scorching hot weather, a warehouse full of wood shavings, and a cigarette butt not fully extinguished. No one can put out a fire like that. All we can do is watch everything burn to ashes. Yeah, pretty. That's a lot of stories on the Play Store. Well, I kinda expected it a bit, but you know, it is what it is.
特に腹回りが怪しいが、まあガトリングは相変わらず手に馴染んどるし、問題なかろう。
I'm watching you.
Guainate le spade.
Actually, why did I do this way? Actually, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, these guys are clear.
ついてきて。In attesa di non puoi fermarmi. Apple pie. Leader, Masaki ni yonde kurere tte
Kinda
shinjite
misplaced her
ta yo.
actually. Shit.
Target lock on.
命令を。お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ。
In attesa di silenzio.
Oh my god, one of them is sus! Are you serious? Why did I... Oh my god. That is annoying. I had a Butterfingers moment. Okay.
モンスター、私に続け。
Yeah, we will. We will, don't worry.
In attesa di Italia.
We're gonna inspect them civilians.
念のためもう一回聞くけど、美しき人の世とベルス・ディオ・ボーレント。
わかった。目を凝らせ。これこそがイベリアのデストレッツァ。
Oh, you're not a civilian? Well, guess what? Monster. Monster, take them all.
Je suis partout.
Oh my god, it's those things. I hate those.
Écoutez donc.
大丈夫だ。勇気を出せばきっと。
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, the bondage casters. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, yeah, just chill, you know. I'm just reading stuff. Basically, I'm an ebook right now. I'm just an ebook. I am reading. These munition factories are all empty. We hauled away 2 production lines and tore down the others. The situation was dire. We didn't know how long we had until the Sarkaz mercenaries caught on to what we were up to in the factories. Otherwise, we could have taken even more equipment. Highbury. This new industrial district feels rather different from the old district I was in. In Sudayan, we were more like spanners, hammering away to knock together everything at all costs. But here, these production lines, I don't know, maybe you guys are more like gears. Turning ever so stably, day in and day out. We're used to it. That's how shocking human adaptability is. Found it. It's here. Why are there symbols carved in the collection boxes? Years ago, our workshop used these as code words to let each other know when to slack off. Neither did I imagine they would one day come in handy. That's good, yeah. You know, just, yeah, I'm glad that people still enjoy my streams, because really, I see myself more as like a shit poster. Because I shit post more on YouTube than like stream. Looks like workers everywhere just want to catch a breather, no matter the cost. Let's see. Pato reorganized most of the self-salvation corps from the other districts. The Highbury safe house was ambushed too, but a few of the pipelines deeper into the plate that's used as rest stops weren't discovered. They should be in there. I'm back. I've marked the positions of all the Sarkaz sentries. There's not a whole lot of them. Looks like all the manpower in the city is either headed to the front lines or followed the others. Closure. I still can't say I agree with you installing your voice banks on my drones. Hey, don't forget that I helped upgrade this drone of yours. Alright, enough chit-chat. I just heard from Ascalon that some of our communication systems might have been compromised by some Victorian duke. Yeah, we're purple. We're all purple. Buggers. I don't really buy that they can hack us all the way through, but just to be safe, I'm gonna run a whole security audit. Guys, have you confirmed where the rendezvous point is? It's confirmed. Awesome, let's see. We may have Shining as our super bodyguard, but she still has to take care of the wounded. So avoid fighting at all costs, got it? Got it. You guys go on ahead and make contact with the remaining Salvation Corps fighters first. Clavision and I will work on the evacuation. Manager, oh, it's actually finished. Yeah. What, it's finished? They didn't go with the four canto plan that I had? Damn. You have foxtails too? Yeah. Lots of foxtails. I got well, I only have 6 of them actually. I only have 6 foxtails. Yeah, don't worry, next gamer. I'm gonna play that tomorrow, okay? Everyone right now, you know, everyone is like tuning in to like Kamui or, you know, stuff like that. Let's go, Rock Rock. Right. What's the matter? No, nothing. I was just thinking, was Highbury always this quiet? Going by the temperature in the air, there's no furnace burning in the neighborhood. That isn't a good sign. We need to act fast. The Kanto made you cry. Okay. And that's unfortunate. Let's see if it can actually make me cry, because the last time I cried on a Limbus Company Kanto was during the Heathcliff one. You know, I cried there, but you know, otherwise I have not cried on any other. Yeah, gonna be too powerful with 9 tails. We should be able to make it deeper through this maintenance access. Who's there? Vice, it's me. Tommy, you're here. You should have waited for us down there. The Sarkaz army has just cleared out of our safe houses. There might still be patrols up here. I know, we suffered pretty heavy losses. They broke his arm too. Catherine gave him first aid. How much longer until the rest of your group gets here? They should already have left. Don't worry, there's a professional doctor among them. She will take care of his arm. Alright. Your people are all at the lower level of the maintenance access K13. Hello, Firestar. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Wait a bit. Let me just drink some water. Yeah, so yeah, reading so long. Yeah, that's a lot of reading. Actually, yeah, there was a time that I streamed Arknights every day, and it actually broke my throat like really bad. That's why I actually chose to stream Arknights less, because technically I have a busted throat. Like, I shouldn't even be reading this much, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, it's me again, but on Twitch chat. Anyways, I go off for real this time. Okay, thank you, next gamer. I hope you're doing well. You have a good one. How goes it? Pretty good. We're progressing through chapter 12, but it's still a long way. It's still a long way. We just started. I heard the Self-Salvation Corps are going to evacuate from Londinium. Only for the time being. We will be back, Tommy. We're the Londinium Citizen Self-Salvation Corps. It's just that we need to get our wounded somewhere safe, and there are none in Londinium. Alright. Now head on down. Catherine keeps it to herself. But we can all tell she's worried sick about you. Have you heard about what happened to Norport? Good gracious, the Sarkaz plucked the whole plate up and tossed it out of the city. I heard that Flying Fortress even destroyed the Duke's high-speed warship. A high-speed warship? War has broken out, Feist, but I've never truly experienced it before. I used to think that joining the Self-Salvation Corps would be no different than before. I thought I'd be standing in front of the assembly line, turning screws, and the only difference would be that the weapons go to you instead. This is our home. Of course, Londinium's our home too. We belong here and nowhere else, right? Yeah. Yeah, it kinda just sounds that way. But the thing is more like the durability of my throat. It's the durability. It's kinda bad. It's kinda bad. If you ask me, I think I've shown more than enough good faith already. Hardly expected. We too have noticed the Sarkaz's secret transportation network for some time now. But it's true that there are certain details that are worth getting to the bottom of, and we will continue our investigation with a focus on these areas. And I have decent guess as to who is behind some of these events. I hope you will share the results of your continued investigation with us. Of course, just as I previously promised. Rhodes Island's response is fast. Your terminal signals have already been re-encrypted. If the opportunity ever rises, I would love to meet your engineer, Closure. She might not like you. I must say, for a pharmaceutical corporation, your company is home to a variety of talents. That said, Her Grace has never been one to refuse new friends in lieu of making enemies. Not to mention that Her Grace and Alexandrina are related by blood. She is more than willing to care for her young relative. Please do let her know how appreciative I am of her looking out for me. Your Royal Highness, I may yet call you so out of respect, but this does not represent my position whatsoever. You can choose to call me Siege. Victoria is a heavy burden, Your Royal Highness. It is nowhere nearly as vivid and vibrant as it seems to be on the surface. The return of a certain person, no matter who she is or what she calls herself, is of no benefit to the nation. If under certain specific circumstances that person were to use her identity and influence inappropriately, she might even do the nation harm. That is my personal viewpoint. Then you'd best keep your personal viewpoint to yourself. I'm sure you know that my amenability of this peace between us does not equate to a tolerance of your cliches. Your Royal Highness, there is no reason for this animosity between us. I am simply following orders and I've more than demonstrated my goodwill within the bounds of my responsibilities. Then perhaps your demonstration hasn't been very clear. That or our definitions of goodwill are different. Wouldn't my suggestion that you should make your way to Norport count? If I am not wrong, you have a friend who is currently trapped there. I thought you would see that I am very much putting myself in your shoes as I advocate for this partnership. I am doing you a favor. My goal is to obtain the schematics. You are free to do anything else you deem necessary, including rescuing your friend. If you would offer that blade in your hand, I could even offer my personal assistance. You can save your disgusting hypocrisy. Listen, I don't so much as want to think that about what you and that Duke you work for are scheming. Stay out of my way and get out of my sight. And you better remember this, for what happened to Allerdale, you and I and your master will have a score to settle. And you'd better believe it will be settled. Of course. I just got word that the Duke's Special Response Team has already made all the preparations necessary for you to evacuate Londinium and board Norport Borough. Let us be off. Mr. Trilby Asher, since the moment I first saw you, when I realized how solid of a grasp the Duke has on Rhodes Island's communications, I've been thinking. You've always been able to do this, haven't you? What do you mean? You've always known what everyone is up to, whether it's us, the Sarkaz, or the Self-Salvation Corps. It's nowhere nearly as simple or comprehensive as you would imagine. We've always found it very tricky to stay thoroughly informed on the Sarkaz, especially certain men of the royal court. Many of my colleagues have lost their lives because of this. But you've always had a good understanding of the tides. Why did you, and especially the dukes behind you, let things turn out like this? The Casdell Regent is a formidable opponent, and my guess is even Old Wellington would admit this. The Casdell Military Commission's technology and equipment leave a deep impression. When coming from an executor of Victorian Duke's will, this just sounds like sarcasm. Based on our analysis, the Rhesus may be formidable, but his strength alone is not enough for Victoria to fall to such lows. where it finds itself at the mercy of others. And now I get it, you chose to do nothing. You simply watch as the flames of war engulf your country. Amiya, the little leader of Rhodes Island, how old are you? 15? 16? You are still a child, even. You despise blood and war, but let me clarify this. We are not very fond of these things either. But to us, the objective of war is never war itself. War is an extension of politics. The Sarkas needs a war to reunite themselves, and Victoria doesn't necessarily lack the need for one. However, around whom we unite is worthy of discussion. And for just that, this is very important. It is far more important than you can imagine. War is cruel. Suffering and death follow in its wake. It exposes our barest, truest forms to one another. It tears off all disguises. At certain stages of history's ever-forward march, we must need this kind of honesty. All of us do. Now make your preparations, Rhode Island. It is time for us to depart. Okay. Molly, they caught you too? Leto, she's just a teacher. The children in school still need to be cared for. You have already destroyed what you came to destroy. Must you drag even more innocents into this mess? Thank you for the follow, Karen Taki. You're here, Your Excellency. The Banshee came looking for trouble with one of us again. I'll send a unit to provide support. No need. Taking a walk with him isn't so bad. You should go to the old Red Eye. He had just opened a new bottle of wine, waiting for you, and we have already grown tired of his stories of yesteryear. Hi, yeah, welcome. We're just reading through chapter 12. We're only at the 4th one. It's very, very, very long. You are a much better listener than us. Understood. Please pardon me then. Golding's throat has never felt this dry. The person in front of her looks and acts exactly the same as the Molly she remembers, down to the tiniest movements. She is always frowning a little, watching every move of the mischievous children. At supper time, she would hand out bread to everyone and chastise anyone who hasn't washed hands. Her expressions is the same as ever, but for some reason, the drop of sweat dripping down Golding's back seeps into her clothes. Nan scratched his thumb again yesterday, but don't worry, I put on some ointment. He's always such a handful. What are you? The teacher has made it back to the school already. She will take good care of the children, I'm sure. How about a chat? Relax, it's just a chat. If you still don't feel comfortable, we can continue to use the identity of the owner of this appearance around you. Why don't we talk about the weather first, or perhaps the children's studies? There is the play too, Lady Golding. Merely thinking about it brings tears to my eyes. The children have all grown so big in just the blink of an eye. Enough! Stop talking to me like you're Molly. Stop using that face, you monster. What do you want? Would you like a cup of tea? Leto has pretty fine taste and his tea here is exquisite. We finally have a satisfying outcome for all the missions Teresa's handed us. Now we can take a short break. How long have you been around me? Not as long as you'd think. Can we skip through the boring work talk though? Yeah, you didn't. I don't usually ask people their ages. I just assume that the people that go to my streams are like adults. I'm pretty old. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but I'm pretty old. It's break time right now. We just want to do something that we are truly interested in. For example, we want to know what you think about this era and your conclusions around all of this. I don't understand. You used me to destroy the Self-Salvation Corps? I have no more value to you anymore. Damn it, I handed all this out myself. Don't blame yourself, this is no big deal at all. We had all kinds of ways to locate the Self-Salvation Corps' stronghold. You are not the only lead we have. This may sound a little hurtful, but you aren't even the most important one. But we do indeed have a little bit of interest on you. We enjoyed your work and chatting with you. So let's have a chat together. There's nothing more to this. It's just a conversation. We've had conversations like this many times, with countless of identities, with countless others. But we are still confused. We still don't want to give up any chances that could lead to an answer. You're 25 today? Oh, that's good. Actually, 25 is a pretty decent age, you know. I hope you still enjoyed your cake, you know. The cake. Lady Golding, how do you think we should live? I don't know.
Attendez le lever de
I
rideau.
don't know.
Le moment n'est pas encore venu.
You have not eaten yet? You should eat the cake. Right now. Go eat the cake. I kinda miss my 20s actually. Because during my 20s, I was cosplaying. Fish and chips! That sounds delightful. So this is all the Londinium citizen self-salvation corps men who evacuated the city. We suffered greater losses than I imagined. Some decided to stay. Even though the Sarkas destroyed our stronghold, that doesn't mean they have a list of our collaborators. We don't know exactly how bad the leak was, and a lot of our men think things aren't really that bad yet. They still pretend they can go back to their quiet, peaceful lives. Can they see we have nowhere to run? Don't say that, Rockrock. Most of them aren't fighters. They are just willing to place their hopes on us. Most of the people who stand with us aren't. Soldiers who don't know who they should be loyal to. Journalists who lost their jobs. Workers sick of Sarka's exploitation. Normal folk who have had enough. The Londinium Citizens Salvation Corps were formed by men like them. To leave Londinium, the place that we call home since we were born, is a lot more than delivering intel, forging a few weapons, and fighting the Sarkas mercenaries. It's to find where you belong in a real war with no end in sight, and may end up dragging any number of people into actual turmoil. This is truly horrible. What did the French general thing say to Golding? So basically what she was saying is what he said, his answer to what she was questioning him at, and then the imposter Molly was there, and it kind of cut off their conversation. Yeah. This is our Londinium. We should rely on no one but ourselves to defend it. That's what we used to think at first. We thought we had been giving it our all to fight that horror. But when it finally arrived, it turned out to be far more than we could actually bear. To tell the truth, I don't know what fate has in store for us from here onwards. We have some new friends now, but the enemy has now truly bared their fangs. Pretty okay, I think. I think as long as I don't talk much tomorrow, I'll be fine. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna be streaming Limbus Company tomorrow, and their cutscenes are fully voiced. So I'm gonna relax and not talk as much, at least. Foxy, like in FNAF. God, brain rot. That's the brain rot. We may soon find ourselves annihilated. become wandering ghosts that drift the wilderness, and in the end disperse all over. So Visha, stop being so gloomy. I came here only because I don't want to be handed our liberation by someone. That's why we are all here. I'm a worker. I'm not one to talk about righteousness. All I know is that the work pieces I knock out are the most trustworthy. I want to save my city from those people hiding in the palaces and castles. I can't do it alone, but I found you. If we don't have what it takes together, we'll unite more people. If we still fail in the end, then fine, I'll accept that outcome. Hey, Rock, we're still far from talking about outcomes. Now hurry up and walk faster. Stinking passageway like this isn't good for your wounded man's health. Right, the area in the countryside should be better inside Londinium. Than Londinium, I mean. Based on Rhodes Island's analysis, we should enter a branch of the Sarkaz's supply line up ahead. We're back. Granny, what's the situation like? It's safe. We didn't run into any sentries, and there are no signs of patrols. It looks to be a maintenance access. There are some instruments there, although I have the faintest idea what they are for. But it's strange, we couldn't find where that real supply line was. Nonetheless, the access should be more than enough for an evacuation right now. Now hurry up, boy. Yeah, have your little friends get off their arses. A moment of safety doesn't mean peace forever. Okay, got it. I'll take a look at the equipment we took. There might be something we can put to use. The crawlers that got written off might still be usable if luck's on our side. Granny! It's not that I don't believe in what we're doing, and I'm not losing heart over this setback. We can come back, right? What kind of answer do you want me to give you? I've been cheering everyone up, but I've never really left this place myself. On top of that, we're leaving like this. I used to think ever so often that we're actually pretty lucky. We were born in this city, we have trustworthy friends and jobs that are worth doing. And in the weekends, we can even head to the pubs in the alleys for a pint, play some cards and maybe win some change. But of course, Victoria's never been truly at peace. The things we make are sent to the border region to fight the Sargonians or the Lathanians and blast holes in their bodies. Not that it has anything to do with us. All we had to do was stay in the factory and turn screws on the iron blocks. We suffered pain too, and we had scars that would never heal, but we never had to worry about who to kill or we will be killed by tomorrow. At the very least, we could live, or at least pretend to. When the Sarkaz came, our lives got a little bit harder. When the factories are handed over, our lives got harder again. But the way I see it, I consider us still more or less lucky enough. Just what is your definition of lucky enough? Being able to stand here and talk about the past. But now our luck has come to an end. No one can keep winning the lottery forever. But so what? Most people aren't lucky at all, and they still manage to find themselves a way out. Now go back to work, big deal in the core. Chopper isn't going to pack itself up. Do what you should do, just as you promised me back then. Now what did you say back then? I will walk into every night. Enough, Granny! I was still... Regretting your lies now? No. I will do it. I will still do it. Times like these, you look just like Harvey. Catherine looks at Feist with a sidelong glance before disappearing into the crowd. All around Feist, men dressed in all kinds of attire come and go. All of them are exhausted, but not a single one of them has given up. Feist knows that all those who stand here are his most trustworthy allies. This little comfort is better than nothing. As the idea crosses his mind, Feist breathes out a little and exercises his stiff arm after having been on edge for so long. Once the mist fog that we call opportunities, luck, and other nouns disperses, what form will life take this time? Feist decides to stop speculating and to instead experience it himself. Feist, the wounded are all in position. Now we just have to take the maintenance access and leave Londinium, and we'll be safe for the time being. We'll rebuild Squad 11 of the Self-Salvation Corps when the time comes, right? Of course, I promise you. Pint of husband beater? What? Let's go. Suddenly, Feist feels a faint tremor. What's going on? In the distance, the exit and entrance of this underground structure gradually begin to close at the same time. Why is the passage getting sealed off? Did the Sarkas find us? Damn it, Catherine and Clavicia are both over at the entrance. No, I've been listening in on the Sarkas communication channels around us. We shouldn't be exposed. It can't be a wiring problem, right? No, these passageways have manually controlled gates. I checked before entering and I didn't see any problems with the drive system. Feist has very good eyes and he has always been proud of this fact. This is pretty rare in the factories where lighting is always needed for the workers to actually do anything. Yet at this very moment he would rather not have seen what he saw so clearly. At the other end of the entrance, beyond the gap that is about to shut, he spots a few familiar silhouettes. The silhouettes flash by until the gate closes completely and the last ray of light disappears behind its iron frame. Until darkness engulfs all of them. Feist tries his best to regain his footing. He feels the taste of blood spread throughout his mouth. He tries to swallow this blood stench but finds himself unable to. He can't. This isn't part of the plan! Who's over there on that side of the passage? What are they trying to do? What's the matter, Feist? Are your lips bleeding? I know who it was on the other side. They are my friends, the factory workers of munitions factory number 11. They said they were going to check if there was any equipment left that we could take. They're the only ones who could have closed the gate. Oh, you guys got betrayed. Tommy. Catherine, this wasn't my idea. We all decided this together. Just like when you saved me. It's a whole separate thing, Catherine. Tommy, get back to work. Find a Defense Forces soldier and tell him what happened here. Alright, I know where they are. I have to say, your kidnapping skills are far worse than the Sarkas. I'm not trying to look for trouble with you, Catherine. How many years have we known each other? There's no surprises here. But we don't want to die in the Londinium countryside, killed by those monsters or arts either. I'm just a foundry worker. I can use the furnace, the choppers, and I can cast some passable parts. But now they want us to leave the city and fight a war with the Dukes and the Sarkas? You've got to be kidding. Out of all the things I've ever held in my hands, the only thing that ever even remotely looks like a weapon is my spanner. Catherine, I promise, it'll all be fine. I have an uncle who's in the Defense Forces. I can talk to him, see if he can plead on the factory workers' behalf. What about the things we've done? We attacked the Sarkas. You can say it was the Self-Salvation Corps who did it. You had no choice. And you think they'll believe you? We may face harsher treatment after this, but as long as the Dukes win this war, we can go back to our lives before. We forged Londinium with our own hands. Everything will get better. You didn't used to lick the nobles' boots like this. What choice do I have, Catherine? Tell me, what choice do I have? I just don't want to leave my home. Just want to walk in the streets of Londinium again. Maybe play ball with my friends every now and then. I don't want to die in a shell crater in the countryside, with my arms and legs all blown off. We've seen it before. The Sarkas, they will only get more and more brutal. My daughter might not even be able to put my dead body back together. Go, Catherine. I don't want to be rough with you. As for you, little leader of the resistance. Where did she go? There's only a rope that has been cut in the spot where Clavicia used to be. Huh? She was here just a minute ago. Where'd she? You mean to tell me you couldn't keep your eyes on a little girl? It has to be some kind of arts. Whatever, let her go. I heard she's just a daughter of a tailor. I just hope that she'll find a hiding place in Londinium's dark night. It stinks. How many people do you think have died in the last couple days? Don't take the alley to the north that you infected when kaboomed there yesterday. There's originium dust everywhere. Those Sarkas bastards. Their plan was always to trap us in here and have us fend for ourselves. You went to the transport union during the day. What did Marshall say? The place got burned down. There are nothing but steel beams left. I don't know if Marshall was in the pile of dead bodies. I didn't try to look. Parties can't all be idiots and wimps, right? All this is us taking a punch directly, and we're still dazed. Once we come around, Norport Borough will bounce back. Perhaps the Dukes will make it here soon, when the time comes. What? When you start worshipping the Dukes? Are you hiding the Duke of Wellington's bloody autograph in your drawer now or something? A decade's worth? Ugh! Stinky! They're kind of stinky! We can leave this place. I will lead the charge, I swear. Last time you swore anything, you told me you would never fall asleep while you stood night watch. I was just... Enough. Before we start dreaming, we have to find ourselves something to eat. We have Delphine and her tendency to hoard that to thank for keeping the gym's storerooms well stocked. Otherwise, we would likely be in this pile of dead bodies too. Hey Dor, they're fighting up ahead again. Not here too. Take another route. The restaurants at the loading area might still have some supplies. You could try to buy something or trade. What will you do if they don't want to sell? You brought a weapon. It's just for defense. We won't use it. Things have yet to get that bad. Oh, you naive little guy. It's gonna get bad, isn't it? Oh boy, it's gonna get bad, isn't it? Holy crap, look at that.
Ragazze, probabilmente dopo non ricorderò neppure le vostre facce. Iniziamo.
Gospel rock
Guys, they're kinda sus. These guys are sus.
Cominciamo. Silenzio.
Yeah, this guy's the imposter. I'm pretty sure this guy's the imposter. Yeah, he's the imposter.
In attesa di... Non puoi fermarmi.
Holy shit, he's kinda jacked, isn't he?
車椅子じゃ鉄骨上でドリフトできないってどうぞ
大丈夫だ勇気
お前の攻撃は想定の通りだ
狙撃位置解除確認
になってるよタイヤたち
僕で力になれ心配しないで僕がついていますから
No, that's another one. Oh, look at that. You just love to see it. Oh, look at that, an imposter. Is that an imposter? One guy. You know what? Yeah, let's accelerate this. Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Smidollati.
Oh wow. Actually, yeah, I think I'm gonna be ending the stream here. It's almost 3 hours. I'm I'm kind of like trying to get myself into like just 3 hour streams because I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be streaming really long tomorrow. Yeah, so you know, we at least finish up until node number 5. So that, I think that's still a pretty good progress, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Purple. Thank you everyone who thank you everyone for still staying on the stream. I really appreciate you guys being here. I hope to see you guys tomorrow again. But yeah, happy birthday again, Purple Mayhem. But yeah, thank you guys so much. But for now, for me, Oyasumi. Bye bye.